Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Stock Chats. Remember, this is not investment advice. If you need investment advice, speak to your reputable licensed financial advisor. Now, happy Saturday. If you did not know, right now is what you know. Right now is what we call earning season or report time. So the third quarter has just ended today officially on October 31st. So you would find that most companies on the Jamaica Stock Exchange and the junior market have now the time to report their third quarter financial unaudited report. There are other companies like the one that we're looking at today, Lasco Financial Services, that is in their second quarter. Some of them are in their fourth quarter and some in their first. Now, Lasco Financial Services is a company that's under the Lasco Group. And it's one of three subsidiaries of the Lasco Group that is on the Junior Stock Exchange. You also have Lasco Manufacturing and Lasco Distributors or Distribution. I'm not really sure which one is the right name. So Lasco Financial Services, they had a very bad quarter very bad first quarter. It was the first time they had a loss in their history. And this was largely to what we call ECL, expected credit losses. So the auditing system that is used by the Jamaica Stock Exchange states and stipulates that companies have to put aside in their audited or unaudited financial reports expected losses in regards to loans that they have provided for other persons and other stuff. Financial institutions have to do that. So it's not necessarily a cash loss. It is actually an expected loss. So if it is not that this loss is occurred, then that money can go back on the books for the next quarter. So they had a $650 million ECL because it is a microfinancing company. It also does cambio and it does money transfer remittances. They also have a card called the Lasco Pay, which allows, it's like a prepaid credit card. So you put money on it and you can use it as a credit card. So Lasco had a loss. Lasco Finance had a loss last quarter, the first quarter. But however, they have managed to improve this quarter. So as we look here, we see that their revenue was pretty much the same, 614 million compared to 630 million. And other income went down to 2 million compared to 23 million. Expenses, administrative and other expenses, those stayed up, 259 compared to 283. But where we find a significant drop is in selling and promotion expenses. And during the COVID-19, during the first quarter, they said that they will be looking at how to reduce their expenses and increase their cash flow. So they have managed to do some improvements in regards to selling and promotion. So they have went to 140 million compared to 300 million. And the profits from operations comes up to 216 million compared to 68 million. Financial costs was pretty much the same, 45 million compared to 47 million. And since they're under the Junior Stock Exchange, they don't have as much tax. But the taxes was pretty much the same, 37 million compared to 35 million. And so net profit for the period would have been 135 million compared to a loss of 16 million. This makes their earnings per stock or earnings per share around 10 cents compared to a loss of 0.0130. So they have managed to improve their profit margin from a loss to a nice $135 million. And they say that despite their loans still giving them trouble, what is going on is that remittances has improved and the cambio has improved. And that prepaid MasterCard is very interesting because it is linked to their remittances. Their money transfer partners have allowed them to send the money that persons overseas are sending to their persons in Jamaica, they can send it directly to that card. So they can take that card now and use it at any one of the businesses that they like to provide, use it for to provide to buy their basic needs and stuff like that. So it's very interesting in how they linked it together, that once you get the money, it's on your card instead of going into a line. You can still have the option of going into the line to the Lasco money facilities, but this makes it a lot easier. So if you have a family member in the States, all you have to do is send the money, and that money is directly topped up on this MasterCard. So Lasco has been able to do well in their second quarter. It would be interesting to see how the other two quarters for them will fare. So as I said before, if you are interested in looking at the unaudited and audited financials, they are out now. You just go into news like what I'm doing here. And so you will see Lasco Financial Services. There's also Access Financial Services, which is a major micro finance company that does both in Jamaica and in Florida, I believe. You also see the Knutsford Express Services Limited annual report. Other stuff, remember the weekly bulletin I mentioned. And I believe CPJ's annual report is out. And Margaritaville and ECL. So thank you for tuning in, and I think maybe you'll get an early one depending on the type of news that we have in the papers tomorrow. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell.